never switched up, I just changed lanes. I be with them niggas getting money and with niggas who gangbang. You niggas too frilly, you too strange. Cop some better work, hit the block, save up, get a new chain. I see my uncle hop in a new range. He taught me how to rap, bubble pack, now I got me some new flavor. I know y'all niggas thought that y'all had me, but the glick in the stash, she tried me. Get popped like acne, we got buttons on the back of them ratchets. Two turn can't relax me, rock designer, bitch, ain't none of us tacky. Ain't have nothing but some noodles in the crib. On that demon time, I move crucial with my blick. Baby, I'm a blood, but I be grooving with my sig. I be getting paranoid, bitch, don't be moving through my crib. No, it's RMSG, and I started this shit with Miss. Vamping in the jacks, they know I did this shit with shiz. We really put that bat on ass. We don't talk about them kids. They know I'm from the trenches, so it is what it is. Yeah.
What's your deal? It's your boy Norms, and we're on the 10A podcast. Let's get this shit shaking real quick. Oh man, boxing. Listen, boxing is one of those places where you get so much every day. Like literally, there's new things every day. And yesterday I did a blog speaking on how to utilize social media to get yourself what you want in regards to certain situations, and how it can be a very positive, thing for fighters. And to be honest with you, yes, it can be positive, but it should also be extremely negative. I'm just watching this, and I'm basing this on a tweet yesterday from my man who I'm a fan of. To be honest with you, Shakur Stephenson. Makes a tweet yesterday after Keyshawn Davis at the presser yesterday for the Teofimo versus Jermaine Ortiz, and also Keyshawn Davis will be fighting, I think, Pedraza. So basically, Keyshawn Davis is sitting there. Keyshawn Davis has a book open. And Teofimo has a book open, and Keyshawn confronts him and basically says, I didn't like your energy, basically how you came at me in this thing. Why'd you come at me? Teofimo responds. Basically, all in all, they ended up shaking hands. And matter of fact, I'll play it for you guys so you guys can actually see it right here real quick. Let me play this shit for you guys real quick. So
it's just an opinion. I don't like it. I hope you respect that part.
I respect it.
I'm not saying Pedraza's gonna beat you.
Nah, I ain't say that. Because you know that's not gonna happen.
Maybe it can.
Everybody can when you step in that ring.
Just don't bite the bullet.
Hey, Tio, I never disrespected you, right? I took that as disrespect, what you said.
You did?
For sure. They ain't even mention my name when you brought it up.
You know, a lot of times they mix my words up.
I seen the video.
You did?
I seen it.
Well, I didn't mean to disrespect you, brother. Good business. Wish you nothing but the best.
Now, so listen, I watched this video yesterday, and it ended up going viral pretty much all over through the boxing circles. You guys got guys that are putting themselves on the line, and this is new for a lot of people, especially for someone like Keyshawn Davis. And let me take my hat off first of all to Keyshawn Davis for the way he handled the situation. That's how you properly handle it. You felt the way about what he stated, and these boxers are now starting to utilize these things to go viral in order to get paid more. So you're going to see more boxers frequently talking about certain things in regards to, just promoting, period. So Teofimo comes out, whatever. So, like I said, kudos to Keyshawn. I thought it was real dope for him to do that. And to be honest with you, I gotta take my hat off to Teofimo, because a lot of people in his position may not have reacted like that, because at the end of the day, they're on stage. People want to look a certain way. They don't want to look corny. They want to look tough. They want, you know what I'm saying? And Teofimo kind of took in what he was saying, respected it, and responded in a way that to me was dope. and apologized to him. And I thought that was dope. That was the proper way to do it. And I got to take my hat off to these guys. But my man Shakur Stephenson, who I'm a fan of Shakur. I like Shakur a lot. Jumps out the window, puts a tweet, and basically says, he basically called him a bitch and a PUSSY for backing down in this situation. Now he makes, of course, Twitter is public, or X, whatever you call it, is public, and everybody's retweeting the situation. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, Shakur, man, this is what I was talking about the other day in regards to handling the media in a different way. And the fact that he did not, that he came at Teofimo for this made it crazy. Like, how did you expect them to react? And it kind of shows where Shakur Stephenson is mentally at this point in regards to the game. I think he's a lost person who's trying to find his way into big fights. And it came off to me as hate from Shakur and jealousy, in a sense to where Teofimo, who is with Top Rank as well, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's with Top Rank, I'm not sure, is getting the big fights and is probably lined up to get some bigger fights, and he's the champion of the division. And it kind of came off as hate. Like, I feel like Shakur can't get out his way at this point, and it's starting to show. And I think that was one of the worst tweets could have been possibly made, because most people that I've seen this really believe that these two individuals handled it respectfully. There was no stupid shit. They didn't ruin the press conference. They understood what the task at hand was. They understand that this can possibly be something later down the line. And you got to respect him, Keyshawn Davis, for even approaching him in that manner, not making it something that it wasn't. I don't know. I mean, they clearly knew they were mic'd and all those things, but I don't know if they knew, I don't think they expected this to get out, to be honest with you. But Keyshawn Davis took the opportunity and addressed it. And Teofimo handled it correctly. He could have been an asshole and made a scene and did all this stuff, but Teofimo handled this as a businessman, and so did Keyshawn Davis. The one person that did not handle this the right way was Shakur Stephenson. I mean, Shakur's going through his things right now in regards to not getting the fights, trying to get to the Gervontas, seeing the opportunities pass him, getting critiqued heavily online, and he's just not handling it well. And again, when I seen this yesterday, I immediately posted it to my channel. I thought it was dope. I'm a big supporter of Teofimo. I'm interested in watching Keyshawn Davis on Thursday night. And this is what you need. Listen, guys, these guys are out there literally trying to knock each other out. Like, this is what it is. This is a brutal sport. And to show the class that these two individuals showed is dope. This is something that boxing needs. They need people, they need faces. And for Shakur to come out and just jump, I don't know what he was smoking at that point. It was crazy. And again, whoever's around Shakur at this point needs to sit him down and kind of be like, listen, bro, like, if this is what you want, then this is how you got to go about it. And I think at this point, maybe he needs to sit with a Terrence Crawford. Maybe he needs to sit with people that have been through this for a long time. Maybe a Floyd Mayweather. I don't know. But anyone, in order to get him right, because listen, at the end of the day, Shakur Stephenson is a very talented fighter. And the problem with Shakur Stephenson is not that he's not great. It's not that he doesn't deserve the big fights. It's the fact that he has a name, it's not big enough, and he has a skill set that poses a bigger threat than most. And if you could avoid that, most of these fighters are going to do it, especially if the risk is greater than the reward. And I think when you're in Shakur Stevenson's shoes at this point, you got to play the game. You're only 25 years old. I think he's like 25, 24, whatever it is. You got a lot of years left in you. If you make the correct decisions, you're going to be the pay-per-view guy. But there's a few things that you need to adjust. And one is handling and how you take this criticism and how you handle social media, because social media will turn you into the biggest asshole ever. Listen, I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from people attacking me, saying different things, and having to deal with the pressures of scrutiny and being looked at as a bad person and stuff like that. So I'm not speaking to this from from a place of not knowing how it feels to be critiqued, you know. Um, so to me, I think Shakur is such a talent that he needs to get past this. He needs to sit with somebody that understands the marketing aspect of it. And I think whoever is doing Shakur's marketing, whoever is giving him advice, is failing him at this point. And I'd like to see Shakur get these big fights because at the end of the day, like him, I believe that he deserves to be in these big main event fights. I believe he should be fighting the Gervontas. But at this point, you got to do some things in order to make that happen where they can't avoid you. And again, in regards to that, that's how I feel. Also, his style of fighting is not as entertaining. He's tried to be more entertaining, but at the end of the day, if you market yourself the right way, all of that'll happen. I mean, listen, Devin Haney's not that entertaining. I'm going to be honest with you. He's not a knockout artist like Gervonta Davis. His most exciting fight, probably of recent, has been against guys like Lomachenko. They weren't overwhelming performances. Like they were good fights, but he showed his skill set. He stood there. He fought. He's not a guy that possesses that dynamic one punch knockout, but he understands the game. He understands social media. He understands certain things, and you can learn from your fellow man. And I think Devin Haney may be the perfect example for him to follow. Going back and forth with someone like Devin Haney on Instagram or Twitter and looking bitter, it's not going to help your profile. And I think guys like Devin Haney, it's smart. Listen, Teofimo went through his shit. Teofimo just retired, literally, because he wasn't happy at where he was in regards to the boxing world. So to me, Shakur really needs to step that up. He needs to, whoever his handlers are, need to let him know, like, yo, dog, like, come on, bro. Like, let's go out. Let's get to 135. Let's go after the framework. Maybe take a risk. Maybe take less. Somebody brought up a good point recently. It was like, listen, when Floyd fought Oscar, he took less just to get the notoriety. Maybe you may have to do that. Maybe you have to swallow your pride and take that bullshit deal that you believe was bullshit when Devin Haney made it. Call his bluff. Take the situation. Do I believe Haney wants to fight him? No. I don't think Haney would even took that situation. But you're going to have to sacrifice one of these fights in order to build your profile to where you want to get it. Or go up to 140. Fight Matisse. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Fight some of these guys at 140. Fight a Ryan Garcia. And even him and Ryan Garcia is showing him like, yo, disrespect. So to me, at this point, you're not making any friends with this situation. You're kind of looking crazy online, and you're missing the boat. And time is not promised to anyone. So to me, I think Shakur needs to stay focused. Again, whoever's in his corner, talk to him. You know what I mean? I don't know Shakur, but I'd definitely give him advice. Again, I've been through some. I mean, listen, I'm not familiar with the boxing business, but I do know marketing, and I'd like to see Shakur really like kick in the gear because your talent is absolutely incredible, and maybe you should go out and get a Matisse and these other individuals. I don't know if you've been trying. I don't know what it is, but at the end of the day, you have to make the fans want to see you, and by doing things like you just did on social media, it's not going to help people to want to see you. People are calling him a crybaby and things of that nature. That's kind of where I'm going to leave that at. But I'll play the video one more time so you can see it. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez for handling this like men. I'm going to play it one more time.
What made you mention my name in that interview? Just a question.
You said Crawford will beat me.
It's just an opinion.
I don't like it. I hope you respect that part.
I respect it.
I'm not saying Pedraza's gonna beat you.
Nah, I ain't say that. Because you know that's not gonna happen.
Maybe it can.
Everybody can when you step in that ring.
Just don't bite the bullet.
Hey, Tio, I never disrespected you, right? I took that as disrespect, what you said.
You did?
For sure. They ain't even mention my name when you brought it up.
A lot of times they mix my words up.
I seen the video.
You did?
I seen it.
Well, I didn't mean to disrespect you, brother. Good business. Wish you nothing but the best.
I mean, again, man, shout out to Teofimo, shout out to Keyshawn Davis. I like how Keyshawn Davis, you know, handled that, and I'm more so looking forward to seeing him on Thursday night, which I hate the fact that it's on Thursday night, to be perfectly honest with you. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm a big Teofimo supporter, so I definitely respect that. On other news, moving forward, let's get this out of here because I think this was pretty dope. Conor BENN. So Eddie Hearn, I've seen today on Twitter, Eddie Hearn is prepared to make a offer to Conor BENN to fight Gervonta Davis. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not excited for that fight. Now people are gonna call me a Gervonta hater. I just want to see some good fights, man. I just don't understand why isn't he taking the bigger names or whatnot at 147 types of mega fights. I mean, I get it. I get it. And possibly, if I was part of this camp, I'd probably do it too, extend it, continue to build it, build that money, continue to stack money until you're forced to fight them. And you're making pay-per-view sales without fighting any major fighters. It's a smart business move, but it's not doing anything for your legacy. And us fans just want to see great fights. I get the business aspect of it. And I also get the fact that Conor BENN is big in the UK and it's going to continue to grow your brand. So I get that in regards to a business move. But I don't believe anybody believes that Conor BENN can beat Gervonta Davis. To be honest with you, I don't think it's a fight that, I mean, if you was to put the four guys that you want to see, or five guys that you want to see fight Gervonta Davis, I don't believe that one of those five would be Conor BENN. So I'm a little disappointed. I think Conor BENN is a good fighter, but I'd like to see him fight again, a Shakur, a Devin Haney, a Teofimo Lopez, a Matias. Those are probably the four that I'm leaning towards more so to see him fight. Maybe a Frank Martin. I don't know. I'm not super excited to see him go back up to 147 to fight Conor BENN. But apparently today the offer will be made to Conor BENN or Gervonta Davis, whatever. I forgot how I heard it. But again, are you excited for it? I'll say this. Business-wise, the fact that it's overseas makes a million percent sense for Gervonta Davis. It's a great business move. Conor BENN is big in the UK. This is a mega fight. I get it. Just not the fight that I want to see Gervonta Davis fight. I'd like to see him after that fight, maybe take the winner of the Lomachenko Kambosos, maybe the winner of the Haney Ryan Garcia. I mean, maybe the winner of maybe Teofimo. So I'd like to see one of those mega fights. I don't want to be super critical of Gervonta, but the way people are critical of Canelo, you got to give the same energy, in my opinion. There's a lot of people at 135, 140 that Gervonta can't fight, and it's just not fighting. And it does get a little overwhelming when we're getting some of these guys. Conor BENN had a good fight, thought it was a decent fight. Now, was it a fight that made me say, hey, I want to see him now against Gervonta? No, but it looks like that's what we're going to end up getting for April or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was April or May. Yeah, that's news with Gervonta Davis possibly fighting Conor BENN. Another fight that a lot of people may not be so excited to fight, especially in the States. Maybe more people will be excited overseas, but as of right now, I'm not super excited to see that fight. But who knows? Maybe people will get into it. Out of control, troll. What's the word, man? What's the word, my guy? I'm over here talking about Eddie Hearn is set to make an offer for Conor BENN versus Gervonta Davis. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not super excited about it, but at the end of the day, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? This is what Gervonta is choosing to do. It's more business decisions as instead of legacy. So that's what we're getting out of 135 right now. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if anything's nothing broke yet. But we're going to find out. But I think that's more likely the situation, what he's going to do. He's going to end up fighting Conor BENN. What do you guys think of that? Do you think it's a good fight, Conor BENN, Gervonta Davis? Again, I believe strategically it's a good fight for him. it's not a legacy fight for me. When there's so many guys they can fight at 135 to 140 that are there, I would prefer to see Matias. Matias is still out there. I don't think Matias has a fight right now, if I'm not mistaken. That to me would be a bigger fight in regards to getting the fans in the States a lot more excited. But you know, it is what it is. Oh, here we go. my kids over there, my dog. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that today. We'll do a short show, nothing too long. I'll be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Let's get shit shaking. It's your boy Norbs, and this is 10A Podcast. Let's get to the work.
We ain't playing fair for nothing. Little niggas put in work. Shorty riding for his cousin. He be chillin', but it's nothing. You just gotta push his button. I ain't slipping, got it smiffing. Niggas thought that I be bluffing. Yo, I'm a dog, nothing less than a Great Dane. I'm really from the street, so we had to hustle to maintain. I never switched up, I just changed lanes. I be with them niggas getting money and with niggas who gang bang. You niggas too frilly, you too strange. Cop some better work, hit the block, save up, get a new chain. I see my uncle hop in a new range. He taught me how to rap, bubble pack. Now I got me some new flavor. I know y'all niggas thought that y'all had me, but the glick in the stash, she tried me. Get popped like acne. We got buttons on the back of them ratchets. Two turn, can't relax me. Rock designer, bitch, ain't none of us tacky. And have nothing but